Chapter 5. Just because you feel unworthy doesn't mean you are worthless. I give an A for effort. I think God does too. Are you doing what God meant for you to do? Have you let your dreams die a miserable death? Or are you on a respirator in a coma in the hospital? Figuratively, of course. Often, I see people feel worthless. Those people don't accomplish much in their lives. They are lucky to hold down a job and feed their kids. And then I see people that are willing to step out on faith. They are willing to trust God. They are willing to trust themselves. They are willing to try. And they keep applying those concepts to every aspect of their life. Those people flourish. Those people that build up confidence in themselves and actually try, succeed. And if they don't succeed, they reroute their goals until they succeed in some area of their life. When you first learn to walk, you fall and land on your butt a lot. Why do we expect it to be easy the first time we try? That's kind of ridiculous if you think about it. I have never done whatever it is, and I'm supposed to be a superstar at it? That's crazy. I've done this 1,000 times, and I can do it in my sleep. And guess what? Now I'm a rock star at it. Is your dream worth your effort? Is your life worth your dream? What things have you failed at? For me, I fail every day, but I don't stay in my failures. I don't expect to go 100%, to get 100% on every test that life throws at me. But most of those tests, I expect a do-over. I expect a do-over one. That way, I get a chance to try again. And for those tests in life that I don't get a do-over on, I don't take them. What I mean is that when I was a teenager, my friend Kaylee and I made a pact not to have kids in high school. Both of her parents got pregnant in high school, so by making that decision, for me, part of that was to be abstinent. That was 100% foolproof way of not having kids in high school. Life has lots of choices, and some tests don't have to be taken, aka stay away from temptation or situations that have led down bad roads for others. If you know someone who texted and drove into a car, it might be a good idea not to text and drive. If you know someone who was playing horsey in the living room at 5 years old and landed on a weight, it might be a good idea not to leave random weights sitting around. Yeah, that was me. And the memory of blood swirling down the shower hole at 5 years old isn't something you ever forget. No more weights left on the living room floor at this girl's house. Be smart. If you get this far in the book, you aren't dumb enough to use that as an excuse. You have the ability in you to succeed. You have it in you to be awesome. The only one holding you at bay is you. You are worth a good, happy, stable life. You are worth having happiness. You are worth a life you are proud of. I was talking to my brother, and he said he didn't know if he really had a dream. I thought about that. Some dreams are not to be a writer. Some dreams are not to be a mechanic. Some dreams aren't occupations. Some dreams are to have a family that you love and be able to have a house full of people you love that love you. That honestly was my brother's dream. It took precedence in his life and his choices. When he proposed at 21 and set his marriage for the same year, many asked him why he wanted to get married that young. He had so much more life to live. I remember his explanation a few years later. My goal was to be married and have kids by, I think he said 23 or so. And at 22, when he had a set of twins, that goal was obtained. I trusted my brother. When he first mentioned this girl who was interested in him, he showed me a picture on a walk. I asked him a few questions, and he answered. He started dating her, and they fell in love. Over a decade later, and 4 kids in, his little family needs him as much as they need air and water in their life. Through this pandemic of COVID-19 in 2020, I have seen all 4 of his children happier with him working from home. He feels overwhelmed and does his best to meet every need in his family has. But my brother made his dream come true. What is your dream? Yes, I've asked that before, but no one asks adults what they want to be when they grow up. They think you already are living it. and have settled for less. Or have settled for less. I don't want to settle for less. I want to write. I want to publish. I want to build people up. I don't want my dreams to get sidelined for long. I get my strength as I sit down, thumping on the keyboard, and let stories be born. What are you doing when you feel revitalized by life? What gives you the strength to get to the next day? What makes your life worth living? And if you're struggling to answer these questions, today is a good day to think about one question until you have the answer, and make it happen on purpose. When was the last time you made your life worth living on purpose? And since I have asked like 10 questions in a row, I'm going to tell you about the last thing I did. I bought a s'more maker from the backyard. I bought items to make my backyard fun to be in. I have a picnic in a box, as I like to call it. The box is primarily my car. I have a bubble machine, Bluetooth speaker, tablecloths, fan for outside, extension cord, and a bug zapper. I have tried to make a safe haven for my life. I need to relax and have a place in my life of peace. Where do you experience peace? Chapter 5. We all have those moments where we don't feel like we're meeting whatever standard we have in our head is. The thing is, it's a standard in our own head. And we have to, I guess we don't have to do anything. We really don't. That's kind of why we're here. Because at one point or another, we decided to do nothing about it. If we were living our dream and being the person that we intended for our life and that God intended for our life, we wouldn't be stuck. Today's the day to get unstuck. Today is the day to find your peace, to forgive yourself, and to forgive those around you. The only person holding you back from your dream is you. It's time to forgive yourself, and it's time to take the next step. Only you can make those decisions and steps to improve your life and change the direction. Everybody can tell you everything in the world. They can tell you how to act. They can tell you how to dress. They can tell you what you're supposed to do with your life. But you are the one that's living it. You're the one that's making those choices. And you're probably the one that's a little bit unsatisfied with where you're going. If that was me, I would pray about it. I would ask for God to give me the next step. The next step for me and you are not the same. For me, it's these videos. Am I the best person on camera? Absolutely not. Am I going to try? Yeah. Why? It's the next step I was given. I love you guys. Until next time.